Want fast ways to improve your website's conversion rate? Who wants slow? In this video, I'm going to outline some very quick things that we've done over the years to as much as double website conversion rate overnight. So this is quick, simple things that you can do. So turn on, tune in, reduce drop-off. Alright, conversion rate. If I was ever going to get a massive back tattoo, it would be conversion rate. It is my absolute favorite digital marketing metric. No, just me? And here's why it's the most impactful of all the marketing metrics. Every 100 people that visit your website, the number of people that take an action, i.e. become a lead or buy a product from you, this is known as your conversion rate. Conversion rates can vary anywhere from 0%, i.e. nobody does anything on your website, all the way to 2, 3, 4, 10, 15, 20, as high as 40%. We've got other videos which talk about what should your conversion rate be and how to improve your conversion rate over a longer time period. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the quick fixes, i.e. the stuff that you can do on your site to fix conversion rate immediately. In order to improve your website's conversion rate dramatically, we're going to need to pick some low-hanging fruit. There are three main types of low-hanging fruit which you can pick if your website is underperforming with conversions. The first is that people cannot find your call to action. So in this situation, your website visitors are already kind of interested in working with you or buying from you. They actually just can't find out how. So we're going to look at some fixes for this. The next category of low-hanging fruit is people don't like your call to action. There's something about it which means that it's unappealing to them. Again, we're going to look at some examples and talk about how to overcome this. The third piece of low-hanging fruit is that your call to action is just too high risk for people. Okay, so let's look at the first one. This is how to make your call to action more prominent if your visitors can't find it. There are three main things that you can do. Imagine that you go to Amazon.com and you can't find the buy button. This is the equivalent of that. So what we want to do is we want to make your call to action as prominent as possible on your website. A few very simple ways that you can do this without any technical ability at all. The first is to install a LiveCall widget. We use LiveCall.io, and what it does is it puts a little phone widget at the bottom of your page which offers your website visitors a free call back. They click on the button, it opens a little pop-up window that says, put in your number here and we'll call you back in 25 seconds. It's a fantastic tool at driving more phone call conversions, but it actually has a secondary benefit that we've noticed installing it on some of our client sites, which is not only does it get more calls back, but it can actually bring about a lift in non-phone conversions. Now, whether this is because there's some implied credibility of having your phone number or the availability of people on the phone, we don't know. But the point is we've noticed it give a lift to non-phone conversions, as well as, of course, generating more calls back. The second very quick thing you can do is to install a live chat widget. Now, of the people that come onto your website, some people are ready to take an action, ready to move forward. Some people, they need to talk to someone first. They might need to ask a question that isn't answered on your site or overcome an objection that they have before taking the next step that you've asked them to take. In this case, a live chat widget can be a great way of connecting you with them at that point where they're like, I can't quite convert, so that you can answer the question, get them over the line. Now, there's two ways that this can increase your conversion rate. Firstly, it can help you get over the line with people that are on your site right now. But the second thing it does is help you identify the flags and the common objections that people have so you can fix them on your website so they don't have to talk to you by live chat. The other thing that you can do to make your call to action as visible as possible to people is make it sticky, i.e. have it stick to the top or the bottom of the browser window as people are using your website. So on the Google Nest site you will see here, this is an e-commerce product page and a fantastic one at that. And what you'll notice is that as I'm scrolling down the page, the buy button is always visible at the bottom. This means they can make this page as long as they want, and I'm not going to forget where I am. I'm not going to forget how to take the next step because it's always visible to me and I can just click to add it to my cart. Lovely stuff, Google. Alright, so that's how to make your call to action more visible. The next piece of low-hanging fruit we have to pick is that people just don't like your call to action, i.e. it's not appealing enough for them to take that next step with you. There can be loads of reasons for this, but the most common one is that the call to action, i.e. the thing that you're asking people to do on your website, is just a bit meh. We talk a lot about calls to action on the Exposure Ninja channel, and whether it's offering a free consultation or a free initial booking or a free quote if you're a business that generates leads, or whether it's incentivizing people to purchase from your store if if you're an e-commerce site. What you offer people in this initial step is really important, particularly for getting customers in the first place. If you think about the first step in your sales process, usually when you're selling a service to someone, there is some sort of conversation, some sort of thing that happens at the front of that relationship. The key to generating a lot of leads online is to package this in a way that has value to the customer. Let me show how we do it here at Exposure Ninja. So you'll notice that we offer a free website and marketing review. This is a killer service. Basically, we ask you a few questions about your business and your website and your digital marketing and goals. We then record you a 15 to 30 minute video showing you how to improve the volume of leads and sales that your website generates for you, completely free of charge. Now, we do hundreds of these every single month. We've done tens of thousands of these over the years, and most of them don't turn into business. So why do we have so many people spending all their time giving out this free information and free advice? Well, we do it because having this call to action means that we generate a lot of leads because there is a high perceived value to this offering. If we just said, hey, if you want some digital marketing help, contact us, yes, we'd still generate some leads, but it would be nowhere near the volumes that we're able to attract by offering something compelling. By the way, if you haven't yet requested your free website and marketing review, go to exposureninja.com/review right now. Done it? Okay, then we may continue. If you're an e-commerce business, the massive trend at the moment is to offer some sort of gift with purchase. And usually this gift is offered when the purchase exceeds a certain amount. Here we are on the LiveCall site, and you can see they're offering a free deluxe gift when you spend over £60. So as soon as you see this, where is your price anchored to? £60. If you buy something for £55, what are you thinking? You're not thinking, well, that's a lot of money for a little pot of moisturizer. You're thinking, oh, I'm only £5 away from the free gift. And what you'll often find is that a free gift has an outsized perception in the minds of your customer. Here we see Charlotte Tilbury doing pretty much the same thing. Receive a free full-size airbrush flawless foundation with your next order over £75. So how do you choose the amount and how do you choose the gift? Well, you can either do a specific gift, as Charlotte Tilbury has done here, or you can do what Lancome has done where they say free deluxe gift. They don't even have to specify anything. Your expectations could be massive or they could be absolutely minimal. It doesn't really matter. But the perfect implementation of this is when the gift brings about a future purchase. So for example, we've got a client in the pet food space and we found that one of the most successful free gifts to offer is one of their most popular products. And what ends up happening is people get the free gift of this really popular product, their pet loves it, and then of course they end up ordering more. So you don't have to treat the free gift as this kind of lost cost. Actually, you can use it as a gateway to future purchases. As for choosing the trigger amount at which people get the free gift, really you either want to set this just above your average order value to incentivize more purchases, or you want to put it just above the cost of your most popular product so people are forced to hunt out that pair of socks in order to trigger the free gift. Oh, it's so effective, it's cruel. And by the way, before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, please do consider subscribing to our channel. We pump out content every week. Some of it is entertaining, some of it is useful. A couple of videos so far we've been reliably told have even been both. So do consider subscribing if you're interested in growing your business's digital marketing presence, because that is what we're all about. And of course, if you haven't requested your free digital marketing review from Exposure Ninja, this is an absolute #1 on your to-do list for life. So go to exposureninja.com/review, type in the answers to the questions, and we will get your video recorded and sent out to you, usually within 2 to 3 working days. Okay, so we've looked at how to make your call to action more visible, and we've looked at how to make your call to action more compelling or appealing. What about if your audience aren't converting because it feels too risky for them? Well, we're going to de-risk it for you. Let's imagine a visitor to your website. They come onto your site, they know nothing about your business, they've never heard from you at all. Let's say, for example, you work at this business, which is the Devonshire Clinic in London. No affiliation. I have no affiliation to this, by the way. They are not a client. This is just a space that I happen to be researching. Not for personal use, just happen to be researching for a client. So let's say that you come onto this site cold, i.e. you have no relationship to the business. What's the call to action? Talk to us. Okay, so what's going to happen when I talk to you? Who am I going to be talking to? Am I right for you? Are you right for me? How much will it cost? Is someone going to try and pitch me? I don't know. What's happening here is they are requiring a leap of faith. Anytime you require your website visitors to do a leap of faith, you're going to lose some of them because some people just have no faith. Now this site thinks that they're doing a good job because they're offering a free consultation. Book a consultation, their call to action says. Thing is, I'm not actually booking it through this, and also I don't know what's going to happen in the consultation. Where's the consultation going to happen? Is it going to be over Skype? Is it going to be in person? Do I have to come to you? Are you going to come to me? Who's it going to be with? No idea. Is it going to cost me anything? These are all questions swimming around my head. Until I have the answers to these questions, unless I'm really happy-go-lucky, I'm unlikely to convert through this form because there's just too many unknowns to get my head across. Now this site does a slightly better job. It says, make an appointment, make an inquiry box. If we click that, we'll see that they do almost a great job of this. They actually give a bit of description about how things work. But in the form, they are forcing us to choose between a bunch of clinicians that we have absolutely no idea who they are, or really I can see what their skill sets are, but how do I know if I need a gynecologist, whether I should be choosing Dr. Christilla Nevi, or whether I should be choosing Dr. Srinath Datta. But if I need a dentist, for example, how do I know which one of these I should be choosing? I have no idea. So again, you're forcing me to make a leap of faith. If I get this wrong, is something bad going to happen? Is it going to cost me loads more than it needs to? I don't know. So again, they're falling a little bit short. Now, if like me, you're beginning to despair at the conversion rate optimization skills of the private clinics in London's Harley Street, fear not, the private clinic of Harley Street are here to save you, because on their book a consultation form, you'll see we actually have some instructions. These answer some of the most common questions that we have. For example, it says at the top, request a phone or video consultation. One of my main questions is it going to be in person? Do I have to go anywhere, or can I do it over the phone? Great, that's answered. Once you've filled in the form, we will contact you about your inquiry. Great, tell me what's going to happen. Another box ticked. Alternatively, call our clinic. This works if you're in a real hurry or you can't fill out the form for whatever reason. You'll notice in the section on the right hand side, we've got begin your journey meeting your consultant face to face. So that's slightly weird because they just said phone or video, but hey, they're doing all right. Discuss all available options to achieve your goal. Okay, so we know this is going to be a discussion. We know I don't have to have the answer already. This is somewhere where I get the answer. So that's great. Now, how could they improve this even further? They could include testimonials here about people who've requested the consultations and how useful they found them. That would be great because actually we're selling people on requesting the next step. We're not yet selling people on the service, we're selling people on doing this thing. So if you can do anything to build credibility for the business, that would be a really good idea. For example, I found the team really helpful. I had lots of questions about the thing I was after, but they answered all of them and made me feel really at ease. I would thoroughly recommend booking a free consultation with the Harley Street. So you can see how even if you're offering something that seems kind of innocuous, a free consultation, actually there is still risk to the visitor because they might spend their time talking to someone who's really not right for them, or they might have a really uncomfortable sales conversation with a closer. They might be forced to do something they don't want to do. They might accidentally sign up for something which costs them loads of money. These are all potential objections that your visitors might have. And whilst you know what your free consultation includes, they won't. So what we have to do is alleviate any of those potential objections or fears before they're going to take the action. Remember also that risk and reward balance out. So if you're offering something of massive perceived value, like free Aston Martins, then they will do a lot of work to get that thing, right? You don't need to worry about selling the benefits of getting a free Aston Martin in your contact form because people know. They'll even hunt out your home address through Whois lookup on your domain name and come and find you at your house, even if they think they're going to be shot at, right? Because the reward is high enough. Whereas something like Inquire Now, where the perceived reward is so low, we have to de-risk it as much as we possibly can in order to tip that balance in our favor. So I hope you found that useful. Remember, if you're going to double your conversion rate literally overnight, it has to be by identifying and removing one of these blockages, these quick fixes, this low-hanging fruit. So either people are struggling to find your call to action, people don't like your call to action, or it feels too risky. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions at all, drop them in the comments. Also, let me know, what's your favorite call to action? What's the thing that you've been offered on a website that made you go, yes, that's for me? I'm collecting collecting some great calls to action. So drop it in the comments, let me know. Subscribe to this video, click the bell icon, do all that YouTube engagement stuff, and I'll see you next time.